15 deaths and more than 100 people missing. Also, blackouts, evacuations, and in the days to come, mudslides are expected. Terrible tragedy from Joan.
It's been a most interesting storm from a meteorological standpoint. In fact, it's been fascinating. We've talked about for days how it's been unusual because it's gone so far south that most Atlantic hurricanes curl up to the north and eventually die out. What's unusual now is this hurricane or tropical storm, whatever it is moving across Central America. It will exit on the other side of Central America. It will become a Pacific storm. And if it remains a tropical storm, in other words, 39-mile-an-hour winds, now that it's will be a Pacific hurricane, it will get a new name. We'll change it from Joan to Miriam.
I don't think I've ever heard of one moving from the Atlantic to the Pacific like that.
That's what's so unusual about it. They all curl north, and I don't think we've had one that we've been able to change a name on in a very long time.
Let's just hope it's lost its punch.
Yeah, it's losing its punch right now, certainly over Central America, but as it gets out on the eastern Pacific side, again, it could re-intensify in the warm waters there, and that's what we're concerned about, with it possibly becoming yet an eastern Pacific storm and calling it Miriam. We have some wind around here today. That should be going away in a couple hours. A cold front is in the vicinity, though. Let's check outside right now. Our mile-high camera shows a beautiful day. Of course, the wind out there, but temperatures have been high as well. Our temperature right now is 74 degrees, a high today 76. Remember, normal is 65 for a high. The low this morning 43. Relative humidity low, 15%. Wind north at 13. The barometer rising at 29.81. Weather watchers showing us mainly 50s and 60s to the west. Winds out here have been up over 60 miles an hour today in some isolated locations. 70s almost everywhere out here today. 68 degrees from Gene and Paul Kleinhans in the Parker area, and beautiful weather. Now, this is Joan. Here's what I'm talking about. It did not do this sort of track. It came straight across into Central America, Costa Rica, Honduras, Nicaragua. As it comes back out over here, again, it could re-intensify. It will be changed to Miriam if it gets there, and we'll have to watch that whole situation. Now, moving farther to the north. First picture here about 2 o'clock this morning, mainly clear skies. Watch this area here, though, as we come into about the current time. That's a frontal system. Wind ahead of the frontal system, plenty of cold air behind it, but it's not the big violent storm that we look for at this time of the year to give us all the big snow. There is a big storm up here across the northeastern part of the country. We'll have to watch this as it exits out and gives us some cooler readings, certainly for the day tomorrow. Latest satellite picture shows the clouds in northeastern Colorado will move out with it. There are clearer skies behind it. As we tour around, though, problem areas have been the northeast, big upper level low pressure areas spinning around. In central New York, in fact, at Ithaca, 5 inches of snow today, 10 inches in some parts of that county, Tompkins County, and up around Portland, Maine, it's been mainly rain. About 1.5 inches of rain has fallen there during the day today. And as you look around the country, we find a lot of sunshine across the south and also to the southwest, where it's been quite warm today as well. And these clouds here have been mainly high clouds, but if we bring on national radar, we'll see that we have some precipitation in a few of these areas, and mainly the national radar satellite composite shows some showers up across the Red River Valley of the North and parts of North Dakota and Minnesota, some across Iowa and Missouri, but most of it still back here in the northeastern part of the country, still some snow in some of the higher elevations. Jet stream pattern like this, trough of low pressure, a little ridge of high pressure, another trough of low pressure, but the pattern is for this broad area of high pressure to build up, move in our direction, push the jet stream even farther to the north over the next several days. And we're going to be right back into a pattern that looks more like summer again, as we have 1 day of wind and some cooler readings today, and then some changes are on the way. National map for tomorrow shows rain showers along this frontal system, some snow over parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin tomorrow. High pressure, partly cloudy skies for most of the west, and a lot of warm air coming back out onto the northern plains with all of this high pressure in the vicinity. Now, temperatures will look like this, though. Cool 30s and 40s way to the north, 60s pushing down into Colorado, 70s and 80s for most of the southern half of the country, but still some 90s in parts of California and southwestern Arizona. That's for tomorrow. Now, state forecast, partly cloudy skies, wall to wall. We'll go with these lows tonight, those highs tomorrow in the west, 60 to 74, 50 to 64 in the mountains and in eastern Colorado, 60 to 74 tomorrow. Less wind, we believe, too, but partly cloudy skies. Pretty good day ahead, but cooler. Let's take a look at our forecast now for Denver. Variably cloudy skies tonight, windy for a while. In fact, there is a high wind watch on until 6 o'clock, so about a half hour from now, and then that will be going away later tonight. The wind I'm talking of, 35 for a low tonight. Tomorrow, mostly sunny, not quite as windy, but not quite as warm as well. 65 degrees tomorrow. Tomorrow night's low, 33, maybe down to freezing, 32, which would be the first time of the season if that does occur.
Then we can have Indian summer.
Then we can have Indian summer.
We like that. Thanks, Steve.
Okay.